Okay, guys, I am making this video as a response video to a content creator on here by the name of Steve Hoka. Anyway, Steve Hoka, I don't know if your presence is, I know you're probably taking a break from YouTube for a while, but I just want to say you're awesome. You have a lot of really good insight in your videos and live streams. Now, this one in particular that I'm referring to is the one where you gave this recollection of a situation that happened to you a long time ago, if I'm not mistaken. You were talking about your house getting robbed a number of years ago and how your neighbor to across the street or next door didn't really lift a finger to help you out. And I just want to say, okay, thankfully, I've never been in that kind of situation, but two things. First of all, to the neighbor that refused to support you in this situation, it could have just as easily been his house that got robbed. And number two, you are right. This is the typical American today. They just live in a bubble. They don't give a shit what happens to other people besides themselves or their family member. It's like their family or their clique. You're right when you said that time. Their families and their cliques and fuck everybody else. You nailed it. I have to say I know I have definitely encountered people like that. I don't know what the cause of it is. I'm just thinking, I hear the word empathy from people a lot. I don't know if people's definition of empathy is correct. I always thought it meant you're putting yourself in other people's shoes. I remember I had a few teachers that would ask, think about how you would feel if such and such happened to you. That's what I think of as empathy. Now, when I look at how people are today and the way they live in this bubble and they're only thinking about themselves and their life, I don't really think there's even room for. I mean, you're isolated. You're cutting yourself. You're probably oblivious to everything else around you. So I don't even think there's even room to understand what it means to have empathy for others. But anyway, moving on. Um, okay, I remember being in a situation a number of years ago. Our neighbors next this house burned down, and um, we definitely helped them out in this situation. I mean, that had to be a real major ordeal. Probably, yeah, worse than getting robbed. I mean, those are both really, I mean, disastrous, you know, situations to be in. But we definitely did what we could to help them out. Um, this family had two daughters. They were close to my age, maybe a little younger, and I did a lot to clean up some of their possessions that were kind of charred and all that. And well, I remember one time I did get a thank you card from one of the daughters, and I hope she did it on her own volition. I don't know if her mother persuaded her, but this is one of those families that, and this is typical of what you see in suburbia. Everybody has this puts on this show of how together their life is, but behind closed doors, you don't know what's going on. And I actually stumbled into the daughter's diaries. I'm sorry I was reading some of it. Some of it was kind of charred, but I learned things I would never have thought of from these people. But, uh, so it would blow your mind how different people are from the whatever the externals they project out there. But anyway, back to the situation where your house was robbed and your neighbor not only didn't even lift a finger to help you out in such a disaster, but intentionally either ignored you or went against you or something. Uh, yeah, I mean, I can definitely imagine that I would be in I could be in a situation like that. I don't know why are people this way? How in God's name do you think, just think 100 years ago when America was, you know, building the great frontier, if this selfish, me first, and fuck everybody else attitude existed 100 years ago, my God, where do you think we could have gotten? I just think, I don't think Americans were as bad as they are now. I just think it's this individualism on steroids is just gotten just way worse than it ever has been. But I know you are I know you're taking anyway, Steve. I know you've taken a break from YouTube, and I understand. But I know you've got other fans out here, and other than me, and maybe they'll see this video and pass it along. But just wanted you to know, I know how people are today. It's not your imagination. I see this behavior, this I don't give a shit behavior from people, and it's terrible. It was really terrible, and I and I'm very thankful that people like you who slip through the cracks. I know there's good people out there. It's just overwhelmingly materialistic, selfish people are what seems to be the norm nowadays. But anyway, hopefully you come back again on here. But anyway, good job, Steve. Keep on when you come back. Just you did a great job, and yep, that's it. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.